Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and all Pokemon in the arena, to the 11th tournament. We are playing the Evil Team tournament. We're gonna have some cool rules, some cool restrictions in this tournament. I think you'll really like it. Now, what is the Evil Team tournament? Naturally, at the base, we have the Generation 7 OU rules, but there are quite a few extra rules and restrictions. The main thing is that evil teams quite often use poison or dark types, and if you add ghost to that as well, you have a pretty evil squad. So for this tournament, your team must include at least 5 Pokemon that are ghost, dark, or poison type. They may be part ghost, part dark, or part poison type. So for example, a Victory Bell is part poison type, therefore counts as one of the 5. Your final slots may be any Pokemon, so Blaziken, being a fire fighting, may be used. A Pokemon with 2 of these types, such as Skuntank, being poison and dark, still just counts as 1 Pokemon. You'd still need 4 others of one of the 3 types I just mentioned. In the main team slots, the first 5, you may only use the Mega Stone of a Poison, Ghost, or Dark type Pokemon when their Mega Evolution is that same Poison, Ghost, or Dark type. The final Pokemon on the team can be of any type you want. You don't have to choose a Ghost, Dark, or Poison type for this slot. As we felt the ability Battle Bond on Greninja would be too powerful, we made that forbidden. The ability Battle Bond may not be used. There would be too little counters, we thought. Silvally is allowed to be used in the tournament in one of the first 5 team slots, as long as its held item is Dark Memory, Ghost Memory, or Poison Memory. Naturally, with its other memories, it must go to the 6th slot. Only the regular form of Rotom is allowed in one of the main slots. All other Rotom forms can only be used in the free 6th slot. Makes sense, because only the original is Ghost type. A Greninja with a Protean ability may only be used in the 6th slot. We still... it is allowed to be used in a team. However, we thought that still a Greninja with Protean would be one of the main forces, and there wouldn't be enough counters for it to be allowed on one of the main teams. You have to use it in the 6th slot, which pretty much means you have 6 Pokemon that are either Poison, Dark, or Ghost, considering Greninja's Dark itself. And with Protean, you do undo all of that typing, potentially. One more twist though. Who was around for the very first tournament, the Initials tournament? We only used three Pokemon per team. We're not doing that, but we're bringing something else back from that. We're bringing back double teams. Yes, for this tournament you have to build 2 teams. The match will still be best 2 out of 3. However, when you win with a team, you may not use that team for the remainder of the match. So if your team 1 wins the first battle, you can't use it anymore. You must use your second team for the second battle and potentially the third if that is necessary. You may not have 2 Pokemon of the same species on your 2 teams. So you may not have an Ariados on team 1 and an Ariados on team 2. In addition, if you have a Muck on team 1, you may not use a Alolan Muck on team 2, because they are still considered the same species even if they're different forms. Now those are most of the rules. Pretty sure we are ready to go. We have a lot of participants in this tournament. We have 17 in total, which means we just reached enough people for 5 rounds of Swiss. Let's get started with round number 1. It's me against Karma. I'm starting off with my second team. My second team, as you can see, includes Mimikyu, Blacephalon, Tyranitar, Toxapex, and Hydreigon as my evil team Pokemon, and then Landorus in the free slots being a ground flying type. Let's go. Landorus is the one that opens, being able to U-turn, I believe, and Stealth Rock. So I set up the Stealth Rock so I can use it later on Knockoff. They take some Rocky Helmet damage, and the Rocky Helmet is gone. Earthquake for some, actually not that great damage. Then they did lower my HP, my attack. Drain Punch doesn't do much damage. They don't heal much. I just continue Earthquaking. They try to deal little damage, but they apparently do not have Ice Punch. But eventually they do switch to lull their Rotom, which means that Earthquake isn't going to do anything because of Levitate. They give me their Choice Scarf. They now have nothing. But I use knockoffs. I'm fine with that. They switch to Absol, but I knock off again. But he's not going to lose the item, is he? No, because that's bound to be Mega Absol. Wish first, though, and only now of Mega Evolving. However, I believe No, I didn't see that coming because I thought they would have Mega Evolved immediately. Maybe it wasn't a Mega Absol. It was after all. And the Toxic was bounced back. Well done by them. Knocks off my Black Sludge, but I do recover. Oh, apparently I just forgot about... let's see. Forgot about that. Was that referring to the Magic Bounce? Quite likely. I must have just forgotten about it. Completely, that can happen as well. They left for a while, but they were able to rejoin, luckily. Rotom is back. However, they've taken the lead. I U-turn out with Leaf, because I used very logical nicknames, as you can see. Mega Tyranitar. I had to use this in one of my teams because I really like Mega Tyranitar, and all my Tyranitar, especially Megas, have to be shiny. After the shiny Tyranitar that I had in my first competitive team in Gen 4. Big damage off that first Dragon Dance. Are they going to get the burn from Scald? No. And Sandrum takes that Tox effect as well. My boy the Chandler comes in, but I'm faster. Earthquake feels safe enough. And it is good enough. It is down. Potassium Ring, the Comfey, is their free slot, being a pure fairy type. Tries the Giga Drain, doesn't do much, especially with the Sandstorm boosting my special defense, and Slowna just takes him down. Bit of damage there from Stealth Rock, and then Earthquake. Yep, that wasn't all I needed. They have Mega Absol left, looks really fierce. But Minnie Mouse, my Tyranitar, finishes it off. Meaning, you didn't even see 3 of my Pokemon. However, due to the rules that I just explained, this team, my Team 2, which I happen to show first, so that might be confusing why I'm calling it Team 2 and not Team 1. It's the second one I built. It's Team 2. I'm not allowed to use this team for the rest of the match. So my Team 1 must be used in the second battle, and would Karma win that one in the third as well. Karma is allowed to switch their team, but they don't have to. They can use their Chandler team in the second battle as well. Let's see if they do. No, they do not. They decide to switch as well. And I here have this team. I have Scolipede, Tentacruel, Bisharp, Venusaur, and an Unbound Hoopa. And then my free slot, I wanted like a Sticky Web, and maybe Stealth Rock as well, especially Sticky Web I wanted. And then, yeah. Shuckle just works well. I've used it in previous teams. I noticed that sometimes when I'm building teams, sometimes certain Pokemon come back. I've used Magearna, I think, twice already. And Shuckle has come back as well. I believe the Mimikyu in the first team has been used was also in the Team Yellow in the Color Tournament. Shuckle, I think, was too. So, my turn. Ooh! New music! I didn't realize this was in here! We get the Howl Battle music! This wasn't in Showdown before! Oh, I'm so excited about this! This is such a happy rival music! Come on, me many hands, Dark Pulse! Even with double special defense, still hits him over half, but Signal Boom does take out Hoopa, that's not good. Stealth Rock and Sticky Web are up though. Let's see, what did they say here? Team Totem Solosis is Stat Rose. Dark types are Malamars. Didn't give himself enough time for it. Yeah. I did make 2 changes. I think I've swapped Venusaur from the other team onto this one, and then I'm not sure what I swapped to the other one. Sucker Punch fails because they use Roost. Eventually they're gonna have to attack, right? I'll just use Knockoff, get rid of their leftovers. A Cosmic Power Item Mine, so another Knockoff should take them out. And it does. There comes X-Wing, their Crobats, using Leech Life, powered up Leech. If you haven't seen that Leech Life video, please go watch that on my channel. It's one of my most recent videos. It's an interesting way of how I realized that Leech Life was a lot stronger in Gen 7. It's an interesting video, interesting story. They keep Leech Lifing, but I just have some more power now. I'm just gonna power myself up some more. And then Sucker Punch, critical hit, X-Wing down. Looking good. GB Gold, their Misdreavus. Knockoff is enough. Eviolite couldn't stop it. Goddess Zilla. Interesting, because it's female, okay. They have a Mega Tyranitar and use Protect to block off my Iron Head, but what is that really going to do? Not much. Iron Head takes out Godzilla in the second hit. 2 left. One punch, grab the card onto then Weavile, and this is something that Sharpie could do, even not very effective. Cronut is taken down. Oh yeah. Wolverine is the final one. They have to attack. They do fake out. Life Orb damage though, so I can probably stall it out for most of it, especially with Sandstorm still up. Sucker Punch is enough. And here I also didn't need Scolipede, didn't need Tentacle, didn't need Venusaur. Winning 5-0 in the second battle. So that means 1-0 after Swiss. After round 1 of Swiss, not after the entirety of Swiss, because that'd be weird. One win, well 2-0 in the match. First win. That is good to have. In the next round, it might just be quite a bit more difficult. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.